You guys should be very excited for this video. The reason being is that today I'm gonna be building a gaming PC from the ground up, and it's gonna be for one of you. That's right, I'm giving it away. It's gonna be one of the giveaway prizes for my and Paul's charity stream that's coming up in just a couple days, December 12th we haven't decided a starting time yet. Maybe we have by the time you're watching this video. I'll put any relevant information where it needs to be. But we're gonna do a charity stream. It's gonna be like 8 hours long, and while we're doing the stream, we're gonna give away some insane prizes. Initially, I was just gonna give away 2 graphics cards, and then Paul was like, well, I actually did a full build. And then I was like, oh wow, well aren't you special, Paul? So to make sure I don't look like the asshole, I've decided to throw one of the GPUs I was gonna give away on its own into a full-blown system that will then be given away on stream. I'm gonna reveal the specs one at a time as we go about the build, just to keep you guys on the hook. And it's gonna be fun. Let's get to it. Oh, one quick thing I forgot to mention. This build is gonna be given away within the US only. Shipping something like a full-blown system internationally comes with all kinds of issues that both Paul and I have experienced many times in the past. That being said, there is gonna be an international cash prize during the charity stream. So even if you don't live in the US, you could still win $1,000 from me and Paul. But anyway, moving on to the build, let's start with our CPU, of course.
Before we continue, this video is sponsored by the PowerColor RX 6800 XT Red Devil. Featuring a custom 14+ 2-phase VRM with Dr. Moss and high polymer caps, experience maximum reliability and overclocking potential with this thoughtfully engineered GPU. The triple fan design and massive heatsink offer a cool and quiet experience that topped the charts in our testing, and the unique RGB implementation gives the card an aggressive aesthetic that complements its high-end performance. To learn more about the PowerColor RX 6800 XT Red Devil, click on the link below.
Let's start with our CPU, of course, which is this brand spanking new Ryzen 5 5600X. Ooh, that's glary. I just took this out of the box like 5 minutes ago before I started shooting. I haven't even opened the clamshell case yet. It's absolutely pristine, so pure. Let's defile it. You're gonna definitely see a couple things in this build that you just cannot buy right now. So that makes this build extra special. This is the CPU that everyone would be buying right now if you could actually buy Zen 3 chips, if they were available. Why? Because it's a nice price to performance option, a nice sweet spot CPU that doesn't cost too much, but has a whopping amount of gaming performance. 6 cores, 12 threads, boosts up to something that I forget because it's been a while since I did the review. But yeah, it's a hell of a chip. That needs a hell of a home. Where is it gonna go? What are we dropping this sucker into? Well, I'm glad you asked, my friends. The ASRock X570 Taichi. I've had this board for a while. You know, X570's been out a lot longer than B550 has. Really fantastic board. Super beefy heat sinks over a pretty reliable VRM from what I remember. It's got a nice 2-tone color scheme, black and silverish gray. It's like a gray silver. And I'm actually keeping that color theme in mind for the other parts that I'm picking out for this build. It's gonna look really good when it's done. Oh my God, I can't wait for you to see it. This is the board, and we've got a CPU to put it in. So let's do that. I should stop talking and just start building. Come on, come to daddy. Oh, little guy. Now, while this is a really capable CPU, it doesn't need a ton of cooling to keep it under control. But screw that, I'm going insane anyway. We're doing a 360mm liquid AO from Deepcool. This is their Castle EX360. No, wait, what's this called? Oh, that's so close. Castle 360X, I switched those, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna take a small break from the hand cam for a minute, because I definitely need 2 hands to install the CPU cooler. I think this is definitely, if there's one component of a PC that requires both hands, I think it's a CPU cooler. Where are my nuts? Oh, I mean my screws. I know where my nuts are. I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I absolutely love it when CPU coolers use the AM4 backplate that's included with AM4 motherboards. It just gets me all hot and steamy. Let's get some thermal paste in your face. Not too much, just a touch. We're gonna go line today. I'm feeling line. I'll walk the line, I'll spread the line. And now we're just gonna use both hands and apply even downward pressure. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I sometimes forget that we have neighbors that can probably hear everything I'm saying. They must hate me. All right, I think that's pretty tight. Woohoo! Moving on. What kind of memory could you potentially win out of this build? Close your eyes. Keep them closed, no peeking. I'll know if you're peeking. All right, open them. Oh, Oh yeah, it's bright as hell, hold on. Oh, that was the fog, I fogged it up. Yes, it's a DDR4 kit of Trident Z Neo RGB from G.Skill. DDR4 3600, and it's a 16 gigabyte kit. So we've got it's a 32 gigabyte kit, 16 gig modules, 16, you're getting 32 giggers. Oh yeah. The beast part about it is that you still have 2 empty DIMM slots for expandability. I said that weird. Expandability. I should point out that there's no fans on this radiator right now. Instead of using the ones that come included with the AIO, while they're perfectly fine, aesthetically, I wanted something a bit more matchy-matchy with thisy, which is why we're going with these Thermaltake tough fans, 120 millimeters. And these, I've never used these before, but they are specifically for radiators. You can even tell from the blades that these are totally optimized for static pressure. Never used them before. We'll see how quiet they are, maybe how well they work if we get around to it. But before we put them on, we should probably introduce the case first, because we got to mount the motherboard in there as well as, and figure out how it's all gonna work together with the radiator and stuff. All right, which case am I gonna use? This guy. The Asus ROG Strix Helios. Yeah, it's a big boy. It's a big boy build. Now it's getting serious. You can sort of see how this is gonna go, okay? I don't play no games. Come on. Oh, jeez. I forgot how heavy this thing is. Why did I choose this case? That's okay. You guys are worth it. Oh, maybe not. Wait, what if I push this? Oh my God! Did I scare you? Where are the accessories? The accessories box in this case is missing because I've used this case before and I must have just taken out all the screws and put them elsewhere, or I just lost it. Anyway, it's a good thing I have screws, other screws. Are these standoffs fine or coarse threaded? No, I think it's, okay, it's not coarse, so it must be fine. Oh yeah, that's it. Ooh, that just threads like a screw. It's supposed to thread. It's really nothing special. All right, we are ready for mounting. Down we go. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy said, why the f are all the CPUs and GPUs out of stock? The radiator. Okay, is this gonna work like this? Oh, that's a stretch. No, did I mounted the cooler the wrong way. I should have mounted it the other way. Kyle. Oh, there's thermal paste on the hose. Man, do I remount it? Should I reorient that sucker? Yeah, I think I'm gonna flip it. Even grandmasters of PC building make mistakes sometimes, guys. I know you all think I'm flawless, but let's face it, I'm only 99% perfect. Again, another reason why I'm just so thankful that this cooler is really easy to install. It makes a huge difference. Pop you off for a second here, buddy. Oh, so dirty. All right, I'm just gonna carefully wipe that down. And then we'll swipe this dude too. Okay. I'm applying thermal paste with my left hand, which is going pretty well, surprisingly. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Geronimo! Okay, that looks better, so much better. All right, let's go ahead and, ooh, how does this work again? Pop off, nope, this thing? Yeah, okay, cool. We should mount the fans to the radiator first, and then we'll mount everything to the top of the case. And you know what, you guys are actually in for a treat because I know this is gonna sound weird, but recently I've been practicing my fan installation, and I don't know why, but I've gotten really freaking fast. It's kind of unbelievable, so I'll give you a quick demo. 3, 2, 1, go. Done. See? I knew you'd be impressed. All right, now I gotta cut these twist ties, set the cables free. You're free. Actually, no, you're not. You're going inside of a case. You'll probably be there for the rest of your life. So let's just go ahead and thread. Oh, you know what? I should have taken off the side panel on the other side too. Oh, give me a minute. Yeah, oh, those toolless latches. Oh yeah, don't break the glass, Kyle. Oh, no wonder the fan cables were only going through this hole, but not the other one, because it's the stupid plastic piece that's blocking it. What the heck? Yeah, I hate these things. I just feel like every time I work with a case that has one of these back panel covers, it usually gets in the way more than it actually helps me with anything. All right, we got a fan cable coming through. Another cable coming through, Third cable coming through. Ready for insertion, Captain. One more screw, and I can stop holding it with my hand. There. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Isn't it looking so good, guys? Like, I don't know, Jay. Oh no. Oh, that was close. There's nothing that makes your heart sink more than dropping a screw inside of your half-built system. Oh, I swear that was an accident. Because then you gotta fish them out of God knows where. You know, you gotta stick your magnetic screwdriver into dark places, little corners and crevices in your system in hopes of fishing out a screw. And like real fishing, I usually don't catch anything. Let's do PSU. In case you're curious, this is a Thermaltake Tough Power GF2 addressable RGB 850 watt unit. So it's got the RGB fan, which we will not be able to see inside of this case. The reason I picked this unit is because 850 watts should be plenty to drive our GPU and CPU combo. And it also has 3 PCIe cables for the graphics card. Yes, our graphics card is gonna have 3 power plugs, 3 8-pin power connectors, which just goes to show it's a big boy. Okay, I got these babies plugged in. They're still strapped down though with some twist ties, so let me get these guys out of here really quick. Very careful not to actually cut into the wires. Oh, okay, that was a close one. Okay, and then we gotta take this bracket off. Mount the PSU from the rear of the case. Are you guys team rear or team side power supply installation? I'm actually team side because I feel like this adds one extra step because you gotta mount this bracket to the PSU and then you gotta mount the bracket to the case too. So it's like double the work, you know? Where's the power supply on? Stop it. Not yet. God, so impatient, PSU. Although most power supplies do have an insatiable thirst for power. All right, now we can pass the cables through. It's like trying to wrangle an octopus. Come on. Oh, this stupid plastic thing. This, thank God it detaches at least. Get out of here. No one likes you. And if they do, they're dumb. Oh my God. This is like the opposite of giving birth. Okay, fans mounted the right way. 1 and 2. At least the bracket on this case only has 2 screws. Most of them usually have 4. Probably a little less secure, only having 2 screws, but I'm sure it's fine. It's not like I might have to ship this case to a faraway location or anything. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna be using this sleeved cable kit from Formula Mod. I've never used I used their cables once before in the Deep Cool sponsored build that I did a few weeks back, and these are awesome. So I bought another kit for this build, and it's great. It's great. It's gonna match the build so nice. All right, it looks like I've got some cable management cut out for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out really quick, and then we'll circle back when we're ready for the graphics card. All right, cable management is complete. Not too shabby, eh? Obviously, we have a lot of room back here. This is a huge case, probably got at least an inch, maybe a finger and a half. Woohoo! So yeah, super easy to cable manage in here, especially with the PSU shroud and stuff. One thing I should have mentioned earlier is that while we do have a power supply that has at least 3 8-pin power connectors for our GPU, the sleeved extension kit I bought is just a standard kit and it only has 2 cables, 2 8-pin cables. So we're missing one. It doesn't mean we can't power the GPU, it just means one of the cables going to the graphics card will be the stock power supply cable, so it'll look kind of funny and kind of ugly, but I already purchased a second kit just to get that single 8-pin cable into this build. So whoever wins this, you're welcome. The other thing you guys have probably been wondering by now is where's the storage? Is he ever gonna drop an SSD or a hard drive in this thing? Great question. I actually left the SSD at home, so you're not gonna watch me install it today, but I'm gonna add it in later, of course, before I ship it out. And that SSD is a 1 terabyte Intel 660p. It's only NVMe, I shouldn't say only NVMe PCIe Gen 3, but it is Gen 3, even though this motherboard supports Gen 4, of course, and it's still a fantastic drive. Still puts out really solid PCIe Gen 3 speeds. The 1 terabyte capacity should be enough to get you started, but if you do want to add a second drive to this system, like a SATA-based drive, of course, future giveaway winner, then I actually left this guy loose for you, so you can just, bring that over to the drive cage here, or I guess you can maybe do one of these plates if you're going to do a 2.5-inch drive. So there you go. You are going to need to add a data cable, though. You can do that yourself, but this was a little trickier because once this power supply is in here, I mean, look, it's got this wall up here. It's impossible to actually plug anything in after the fact, so you'd have to unplug more cables and then uninstall the power supply just to plug in this stupid SATA cable if you were going to add a second drive. So I've done that for you. There you go. You're probably wondering what graphics card is he going to choose? Oh, just something modest. JK, this is the MSI RTX 3080 Supreme X. I don't think you guys realize how big this is. I'm gonna have to ship it separately because I'm not, obviously, or I'm gonna have to get some Instapacks when I ship it. So there's the 3080 Supreme X. Let's just take this guy. This is just a normal RTX 3070. That's you. That's the guy she tells you not to worry about. All right, y'all, we're at the home stretch. Come on, come on, seriously? Why is it stuck in there? What are you doing? There we go. That was a stubborn little guy. Okay, what is this? How am I supposed to get this second screw out? I remember this from last time. Oh my gosh, this is like a design flaw. You have to unscrew one of the vertical expansion slots first, and then these expansion slots, okay. And now I can access the horizontal expansion slot that I need to get. That's so dumb. So dumb. Oh, you know what, before I install the graphics card, I wanted to really quickly point out something here. So there's actually 2 addressable RGB 5 volts 3-pin plugs that need to connect to the motherboard. One for the front panel, because this front panel is like LED backlit and stuff, looks really nice. And the other one is for the CPU cooler, because it lights up. But there's only one 3-pin 5-volt header on the motherboard. So I've gone ahead and wired up the front panel right now. You can see it's right there. But for whoever wins this thing, pay attention, I've also pre-wired the second one. So if you wanted to switch it, you know, if you'd rather have that plugged in than the front panel, you can do so. Okay, GPU time. And by the way, this graphics card is so huge that installing it kind of feels like an aircraft, like a spaceship about to dock the International Space Station. Okay, I'm clearly not an astronaut. Oh my God, don't kill the 3080, please God. Oh, everything's fine. No one panic. Okay, can I even get this expansion slot back in here? Because this graphic card is so big. Oh no. I can push it through. It will fit. Yes. Keep going. Yeah, that's it. Okay. No one take that clip out of context, please. Let's see, which should be the ugly plug? We will do the one on the end, can be the ugly one. First 2 will be all nice and sleeved and sleek and sexy. Oh yeah, why am I redneck now? And we have this nice GPU bracket that's built into the case, so we don't sag. Okey smoky dokey. The build's done, guys. The build is done. Apart from adding one more extension and the SSD, which I just realized means I'll have to uninstall the graphics card to do that. Son of a... So we're gonna go ahead and boot this. I meant to do a test boot. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do a test boot to make sure all the parts were working before we actually installed everything. So now I'm a little nervous. I'm sure it's fine. All right, we got our monitor plugged in right over there to give us confirmation that we post, and power supply is on. No, I just turned it on. Now it's on. Okay, lights are lighting up. That's a good sign. Here goes nothing. Oh, glorious RGB. Glorious. It's actually pretty tasteful. There's not like, it's just not slathered in RGB. Oh, I didn't even realize that lights up. Dude, I had no idea the side lit up too. Oh my gosh, the screen's black. The screen's still black. Come on, screen. Is it because it's the monitor's off? No signal. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's because we need a BIOS update. We're using a Zen 3 CPU inside of an X570 motherboard that came out long before that CPU was available. So I need to BIOS update, which means I probably need to switch out unless there's a BIOS flashback button, and there is. Cool, that means I don't need to swap out the CPU. I just gotta stick a thumb drive in there and we're good to go. Let's do it. Okay, I think it's working. The ASRock manual for this board is not very descriptive. And it does say that there is a BIOS flashback utility that you can use, but it doesn't actually say which of these ports you need to plug into, if it even matters. It doesn't say. I'm guessing that the light turning green, I already pressed the light, it started flashing, now it's a solid green. From what I've seen in other boards that have this feature, that means it's updating. So I'm not gonna touch anything, I'm just gonna wait and see if the light turns off eventually, which should indicate that it's been updated successfully, but I guess we'll see. Okay, quick update. That didn't work. The light just stayed green for like 10-15 minutes until I just decided, okay, it's not working. So I pulled out our 5600X and I've swapped it out temporarily for a 3600 XT that is working perfectly fine. Look at that. Hey. All right, now we can actually update the BIOS through the UEFI. You should be able to just go to Tool, Instant Flash, Update. Yes, I do. It's that easy. It just works. All right, the 5600X is back in there. Took the 3600 XT out, and we're ready for a second round moment of truth. Power supply, son of a, it's always so anticlimactic. Come on, buddy, work with me here. 3, 2, 1, Please just work. Oh, come on. I mean, the build looks beautiful. While we wait for it to boot up and stuff, I just gotta say, I did a pretty good job again. Yes! Did you see it? Yeah! There it is. There's the giveaway build. It's working, it's functional. I haven't added up the total value of this system, but it's probably close to $2,000, maybe $2,500. Probably a $2,500 build. Easy. Maybe $3? No, maybe not $3. I don't know, depends. Are we using secondhand prices of RTX 3080s or not? Anyway, I hope you guys tune in on December 12th for me and Paul's charity stream. It's gonna be for a good cause, Children's Hospital of either Los Angeles or Orange County. We're helping kids, doesn't matter. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna play games, we're gonna eat. That's probably not super exciting. We're gonna play games mostly. It'll be a good time. So if you guys can hang out, you might just win this or one of the other many amazing prizes that we're giving away on stream. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Toss a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video.